Check 1, 2.
Go! Curious about real estate? Yes! Then you've come to the right place. Get the knowledge you need. Get over the fear and get started. This is the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show with your host, Michael Quarles.
Hello, everybody. Michael Quarles with podcast number 80. 5 questions today from real estate investors like yourself. Here we go. Question number 1. I had been in negotiation with a prospect for a few days. We settled on a price. It was going to be cash deal. I couldn't sell the sub 2. He wanted 48 hours to look over the contract. This afternoon was the deadline. I called him to check, and he said, thank you for getting me to finally release the house that he'd been holding on to for 40 years. Then he told me he contacted a realtor. I have no doubt if I had gotten him to sign the contract right away, we'd have a deal. Part of me feels bad that I didn't enforce the aspect of the presentation. The other part of me feels giving the people the time they need to make a decision that's right for them is important. How do I reconcile these two parts? Well, first of all, you have to do what's right for you. If we're not interfering and harming the other party, we absolutely have to do what our morality and our ethic structure tells us to do. Again, as long as we're not harming the other party. So I can't say, well, if you think you should go hit him with a hammer because he didn't make the right decision. Well, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying there's nothing wrong with doing what at your core you feel you should do. As long as you're not scapegoating something, like you're not doing something for a fear-based issue. Like I'm afraid that if I tell him that I want him to decide today, he'll back out. Well, that's fear-based. That's not the same as my morals say I should give someone 48 hours if they ask me. So it really depends on why you gave him the 48 hours. But if you gave him the 48 hours because it was the right thing for you to do, fall forward, soldier. Go get another one. Question number 2. I'm using the services of yellowletters.com. Whoa, man, for sending out my direct mail. For the first round, I was advised to use text postcard large, which did not get such a good response rate. Oh, that's terrible. For my next round, I want to get a little bit more calls and volume. I used a yellow letter. I sent the same list and got a call rate of 4.545%. Much better, and a lot of good practice talking with and listening to sellers. So my question is, what should I be sending out for my third round of mail? Is there a specific sequence of marketing material that work better? Should my marketing materials be building on one another? Great question, and you did it wrong. But other than that, I'm glad you sent them out anyway. Sending something out is better than not. Postcards are not going to get the same response rate as yellow letters. So understand that. And we don't want to talk to people unless we want to practice. And I don't want to practice anymore. So even the gals that are brand new with me, I don't want them to practice either. I want them to practice on people that want to sell a house. So I want to make sure that my marketing pieces say that. I almost want to say in my marketing pieces, if you don't want to sell your house at a discount, don't call me. Now, we don't do it that way, but we get close to that kind of stuff. So the first piece you send out is a small small text postcard. Sorry, guys. Second piece is a yellow letter, but it's not a standard yellow letter. It's not even on my website. Third piece is a large text postcard. Again, it's not on my website. Fourth piece is a professional letter, not on my website. Fifth piece is a greeting card with a business card inserted. Sixth piece is a zip letter. They're all built around cluster marketing, so they don't build on one another. They look like 6 different individual investors sent them to them, and they work powerfully. So I think you did a great job of sending out mail. Just understand, the idea of sending out mail by itself is not what we're trying to accomplish. We're trying to buy houses. And so it takes a little bit more planning than just going, hey, send out. So just understand that, but congratulations, good job.
Thanks for listening to Buy, Sell, Fix, Flip. We'll be right back. Are you running out of leads? It's time you tried Yellow Letters at yellowletters.com. Get motivated seller leads through yellow letters, postcards, zip letters, typed professional letters, greeting cards, door hangers, and business cards. Yellow Letters is a full-service marketing company created with your success in mind. Get the personal attention you need to get your direct mail campaign started and get in touch at yellowletters.com.
And we are back in 3, 2, 1.
Question number 3. Is it important to have recorded voicemail that sellers hear to be my voice? No. Not at all. Absolutely not. When you call Bank of America, when you call Wells Fargo, when you call AT&T, that recorded voice doesn't belong to them. It's someone professional, someone that knew how to say embedded commands, knew understand pacing, mimicking, all the stuff that we need the sellers to listen to and hear. It does not need to be your voice. In fact, I haven't talked to a seller all month, so they're not going to hear my voice anyway. And I have so many people answering the phone, who do I pick? So I have a very well orchestrated voicemail. Guys' voicemails are better than girls' voicemails. Let's just face it. People want to follow people, and we're still in a society that men are the leaders. Not saying that that's an all-inclusive statement, but for a majority of people still believe men are leaders. So male's voice is better, and someone that understands embedded commands, pacing, and all that kind of good stuff would be better as well. So your voice, no. Question number 4. I've been researching foreclosures and pre-foreclosures on one of many real estate sites. I found several of both in my zip code. My question is, can I go over to the owner before the house goes to auction, even though they have been given a foreclosure notice? Also, I have noticed houses on the site for up to 2,000 or more days after being on the foreclosure and people still living in the house. Well, some states just take forever to foreclose. Some states, some lenders will start the action, but they don't have to go to notice of default or continue the action at the sell date. They may be trying to work something out, but they're still started the foreclosure. Do you go over to the house? I would not do that. I would send them a letter. And mainly because, keep in mind, these people are frustrated. They're mainly procrastinators. And, there's something in their life that's not causing them to make the payment. Very few people don't make a mortgage payment because they don't want to. They don't make a mortgage payment because they can't. And you'll look like an ambulance chaser if you go over and knock on that door. Now, you can go over and knock on that door saying, "Hi, my name is Michael Quarles. I'm looking for houses in the neighborhood. Do you know anyone that's planning on moving?" Don't bring anything up about the fact that they're in foreclosure. Now, your state may have some regulations on if you can go over there and knock on the door and even talk about solutions for them if they're in foreclosure. So look at your state guidelines. Question number 5. I'm ready to send out letters. My plan was a yellow letter to absentee owners. But when I ran the list in my market with my criteria, I only get 300 properties. I know statistics, so with 300 properties to mail, you should only expect about 15 calls and no deals. Then I was planning on mailing this list 3 times, once per month for 3 months. Should I stick with just the small list for now, given my lack of experience? No. It's too small of a list. Go cold call, go cold greet. Work your center of influence. It's too small of a list to spend money on. What you should do is get with someone who understands how to build a list, and let's look at the criteria and build you an adequately sized list. And once you do that, then send that out. I think you can market to about 1,400 people with $1,000 a month, and pull your list. Do that, and with a rotation of different types of pieces, it's gonna average about $1,000. And that's what you should do. Anything less than that's really too little. Wait a little bit until you can save up. But while you're waiting, start your cold greeting, work your center of influence. Cold calling's great. Calling strangers from car ads and homes that are open for garage sales on Saturday, Sunday kind of thing is great. And save your money and then splash some mail. But great questions, guys. Really enjoyed it. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I think we have a couple daily deals we're going to do tomorrow, so that should be fun. And talk to you guys then. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show. Get more info and stay in touch at michaelquarles.com.